Hey everybody, and welcome. This is rukristin. I am here to show you my daily pages books. I've been doing this project for about 7 years now. Ugh, that that seems like so long. So I've been going through these, and I've never actually gone through and recorded any flip throughs of these journals. So what I'm gonna do here on Substack once a week, maybe on Tuesdays at this time, I think is when we're gonna do it, is I am going to grab one of the books. We're gonna go in chronological order. I'm gonna start at the beginning. This one here is my first ever Daily Pages book. I've been doing this for quite a long time, as you can see. This is from June 30th, 2018. I started this. So I'm super excited. I am going to open this up on my iPad, so if I can see your comments. So if you have any questions while we go through this, please let's ask away. So this is my field notes notebook. This is the most basic field notes notebook that exists. It even has lines. I don't actually use books with lines anymore. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so I can have a little bit more room. There we go. So I always start the book. And I didn't even know that I was going to be doing this project forever by dating this front page. This is literally the first ever page that I created with actual garbage. This is a stamp, and I used some crayons inside of it. This stamp just says fucking fantastic, which is great. I think I still have that right on my desk. Do I still have that right here? I don't. I must have put that away. I bought that on vacation somewhere, and it's just perfect. And then I ripped a journaling card and added this little glassine bag. So I'm actually gonna show you real quick. This is my page that I created today. So obviously there has been a evolution. I have gotten better at this. This page came together in about 5 minutes today because I literally this background is literally just garbage that was on my gel plate. But so this is my first ever page. So if you see my new pages and you're like, "Oh, I could never do that." You can. It just takes a while till I get to that point. You're going to figure out what you like, you're going to figure out what works for you, what you're into and what's fun. And at the beginning, you literally just rip up some paper and you start again. So this is my first ever page. This was seven years ago, June 30th, 2018. And in the beginning, I started this project because I was super, super, super burnt out. I was only getting to my table when I had a deadline. It was taking me forever to create with that deadline. So I needed something where I could just get that dopamine hit from finishing or, feeling like I was good at stuff again. So I just started putting down, one sticker and a journaling card with a little bit of stamping on it. Same thing here. I literally just mind mapped around this stamp, the I am. Present, strange, curious, filled with emotion, small, capable, caring, kind, smart, understanding. And then I just took stickers and stuck them down here. So, and you can see, this is July 7th. I started this book on June 30th. This is the page that I did on June 30th. I did this page at some point between June 30th and July 7th. So I did not have a routine at the beginning. I was not doing this every day. I am not a everyday person. For those of you who know me, I have really bad overlapping headaches, and they make it really difficult to do things on a regular basis, especially create art. So I needed to create something that was super simple, super easy, and I could just literally come to my desk, staple in a little plastic plus thing, add a sticker over here, and call it a day. That was it. This is the bar. One sticker. And I know you guys see my pages now, and it's oh, she doesn't talk about one sticker. But yes, that's literally because I've been doing it for 7 years. For the last 5 years, I've been doing it every single Monday through Friday on camera. So I have put myself in conditions to get a lot better. So this is a skill, you will level up your skills while doing this. This is not you need to start and be amazing. Again, these are literally just screenshots. This says, but do we know how to pronounce her name yet? And no, we still have no idea how to pronounce her name. It depends on where you live. Where you live is a dependent on how you pronounce this video game character's name. In here, so now this is July 23rd. So you can see we're definitely not doing one page a day. So I cut this out of my This is a workbook that I created, whatever it's called. My, what did I call this one? My story journal? I think that's what I called this, my story journal. So I just cut out the prompt and I made a little scrapbooky page and I put the date on it. And these days I don't date my pages. I date the front of the book, I date the back of the book, and then you'll see me date my currently pages. But I'm really glad that I dated some of these earlier pages, especially since they're not in order. It's fun. Just some fun memes. One of the things that daily pages became almost immediately was a place for me to put stuff that I wasn't going to create a regular scrapbook page about, but I really wanted to tell the little story. And over time, like, social media has been pretty good at that in certain ways for specific time periods. Like, Instagram stories was a great place for a little while to just put up little things about, stuff that's going on in your life that you want to communicate. I like holding on to those things for more than 24 hours. So what I would do is take screenshots and print them out so that I could have those moments of stories in my journals. You can still do this with any other, any digital program these days. And then I added a sticker. So literally, these early pages are one screenshot, one sticker. Well, I guess this is two stickers. We've graduated from one sticker to two stickers. Journaling card, some patterned paper. This was like the last bit of this fancy washi tape that I got like 7 years ago. And it was that really great Japanese paper washi tape that's a delicate and is fairly translucent. It's so delightful. If you have any questions, let me know. Hi, Laura. Hi, Christine. Hi, everybody. Oh, I didn't even realize how many of you are here. Hi, everybody. So glad that you're all here. If you have any questions, let me know. This is my first ever Daily Pages book that I started in June of 2018. And I've just got a bunch of, little things in here. And I keep going back and forth between, this page that I did, 7 years ago, and today's page here, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this one. I'm not usually like, wow, this is a great page, but this is one of those pages that I'm definitely going to take pictures of and put on the website and in all the good places because it just came out really perfectly. But back to this one. This, I can see headache week. So the story takes up even more than just a day or two. This one is a bunch of random stickers that I've got. The second thing that Daily Pages became very early was a place to use up my stickers. A place to use up the sticker sheet where you have 3 stickers left. Put the 3 stickers down and call it a day. Then you get to throw out that sticker sheet and you get to, you have an extra little victory in your notebook. More headache days. And this was a tag that I had on my shirt that Jeff bought me. Jeff bought me a really cute shirt that says it's a Michigan shirt and it has the Michigan founded in 18 whatever, and it's just really pretty. So I took the tag with the really pretty lettering and I just put it in my book because it was pretty. And then I've got just some random stuff that's on my desk. This was a Field Notes little card that came with my Field Notes notebook, so I stuck that in and I glued the back. I added some patterned paper. I just put this label here, some more patterned paper, literal garbage that's on my desk. And this is one of those things. It's literally a garbage page, and I really recommend that you do little garbage pages because we all have cute little things on our desk. I have these 2 things on my desk right now, so I'd love to use them somewhere. So I'm gonna put them just up there, and maybe you'll see them in a page coming up this week. So, this is a page about missing home, missing New York City, missing being in culture. Don't get me wrong, I love the Midwest. I love my house. I love everything about the Midwest except for the fact that it is not New York City and I can't go see Broadway shows all the time. And that's great for my wallet. Don't get me wrong. It's really good for my wallet because there are way too many shows that I definitely would have had to have seen had I lived back home. But so this page was, it's just a place to try out with different techniques. So this is a stamp that my sister-in-law got me because my sister-in-law is literally the best gift giver of all time. She also got me this little bowl where I keep my paint water from Japan. That one's from Japan. She's just the best. She just is so awesome. So that stamp was from her. This is a stamp from Natalie Callback, who makes really cool stuff, and that's the Jersey City train that I would take into the city. I'd walk to the bus stop around the block or get somebody to drop me off at the train station. I'd go spend the day in Manhattan, and it's just it is a great place to be. It's just the best. So let me reminisce about New York City. This is my next page where I'm just literally, this is one of my Thursday threes. Thursday 3 is a selfie challenge that I started back my senior year of college, which is a long ass time ago now, where I took a photo of myself because I didn't have enough photos of myself to scrapbook. I was scrapbooking all these stories. I was telling all these stories about myself, doing some introspective, like art journal-y type scrapbook pages. And I found myself using the same photos over and over again. So I made it my mission my last semester of college to take a photo every week in a different spot on campus. And I loved that so much. And I got some really good, made friends on Instagram by sharing my photos and asking people to do the same, because I wish that I had more pictures of all of the women in my life. So I figured it was a good idea to tell everybody that. So this is one of my Thursday threes. I just kept doing it. I still do it now. And I added just a random piece of vellum with some stamping on it and this really fun textured paper. And just, again, really simple. I made this whole book through burnout. And you can tell there are some days like this one where I just didn't give, and it's really nice to look back on this. It's just really great to look back on this. Just more screenshots. Just like if you find a funny joke, put the funny joke in there so that you can come back to it. It's a very roundabout way of making a commonplace book, or some other little scrapbook. However you want to have this relationship with your journal. This is what book, or some other. Sorry guys, my headphones turned off over there, and I have the chat on my iPad so I can see what you guys are saying while I'm doing this. And my headphones turned off, and so the noise got very loud for a second, so I apologize. Another Thursday 3, another stamp. The third thing that Daily Pages became very quickly was a place for me to try out my new supplies, because one of the things that was happening to me in burnout was that I was getting too scared to use my stuff. I was feeling oh, Kristen, you're not very good at this anymore, so maybe you should just wait until you're good at scrapbooking again before you start to use your scrapbooking supplies. And as you can tell, that's not something that works. So what I did here was just, play with a stamp. I got a new stamp set. I would play with it. See what happened. And then here's a page where I got a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to grab a clip so I can talk about this while you guys see this page. So these little stickers down here, I made at some other point. It's literally old Avery 10 to a page label. So if you have stickers, if you have label paper, you just watercolor the background and take a permanent black pen, permanent black marker, and make marks over it. Then you cut it up and arrange it in different ways, and it looks really cool. So even if you don't love your marks and the way things look on the paper when you're finished, if you cut it up and rearrange it, it always looks awesome. So that's one of my favorite things that I learned, is that I can take stuff that I, was artsy on. If I don't love it, I can literally just cut it up and arrange it like a puzzle, and it's going to look cool. So this is one of my favorite early pages because it reminds me that I can just have fun. This says our lenses are not all that different. I've got my little camera over here. Again, super simple. This could literally take you 30 seconds. So I'm so glad that I'm going back through these and able to show you the actual things that led me to say, oh, you just need one sticker. Oh, you just need to spend 5 minutes. You can do this in 2 minutes. Literally, you can do that in 2 minutes. You do not need to make this complicated. This does not need to be some, grand thing, again, that you're sharing on Instagram. The podcast that I'm doing later this week that'll come out on Monday is all about how you don't owe your art to the algorithm. And that's all of this this was never meant for me to share on Instagram. This was never meant for me to share with other people. This was meant as a tool for me to get back into my creativity. And again, I'm going to show you today's page. As you can see, it worked. This is definitely creative. Like, I'm just a huge fan of how today's page came out, so I'm sorry that I keep going back to it, but I think it's a really good, knowing that creativity, your version of creativity will happen. It just means, showing up. Some of the pages are going to be great. Some of the pages are not. And it's part of learning. The growing experience is not always linear. It's not always fun. But if you show up, there will be growth. So this is a picture that I took in Brooklyn. I was feeling a little bit homesick, so I journaled a little bit about Brooklyn. And this was when we went to go see, what was it called? I don't remember what she called it. What did she call it? It was at the Domino's Sugar Factory in Brooklyn. It's a Kara Walker giant sugar sculpture. I can't remember exactly what she called the sculpture, but it was incredible. It was huge. It was like insanely, it was just really, really amazing. So just journaling about that, talking about our income tax proposal that we had on our local ballot, and just that I was missing home. Again, very easy things. This is literally a Post-it that I wrote somewhere and just stuck in here because it looked cool and it deserves its own little page. This is a tag. I painted the bottom of it and I wrote my word for 2018, which was cultivate. Let's see. Did I glue this together or is this actually... Oh, yes? No? I don't know. Maybe I forgot that page. So I could have not done that page and then I glued it together. I think that's probably what happened. This is a screenshot of a few of my favorite photos. These were the ones that I liked, not the ones that did the best on Instagram. And so over here, I just ripped this journaling card in half and wrote, "Why are we playing the numbers game?" So this was the last page that I have here in this book, and I finished up in July of 2018. So I started this book on June 30th, and I finished all of these pages in that month's time. I definitely did not make a page every day. I definitely made some pages. Oh, I didn't even talk to you guys about this one. I totally missed this one last time. Let's talk about this one. That's where we're going to go through the book again. This is a great prompt. 10 things I love about whatever. And so this was 10 things that I love about the podcast. If you don't know about the podcast comes out on Mondays. It's great. I talk about, creativity and how to be your best creative self and whatever that means to you. Some of the things that I mentioned here are I love being able to talk about all the stuff in my head. I love that I get to do it with another amazing person. That's when I was doing this with Amanda, who is just so awesome. I love the friendship that Amanda and I have made. I love the community of women around the show. I love that we've been tackling both crafty and lifestyle subjects, because crafting is not separate from real life. Like, if you are a creative human, if that creativity lives inside you and it needs a place to go, it is not separate from the rest of your life. We might want to box everything up and fit it into neat little boxes, but I am not a neat little boxes person. And I imagine if you are fond of what I say and the things that I do, you're probably not a neat little boxes person either. So this is just a great way to journal about random things that matter to you, but you're not going to ever make a full scrapbook page or, spend a large amount of time on a super big story, but you can get out all the things that you want to say. And my handwriting sucks here. Who cares, right? again, this was not performative. This is not a performative action for me, especially at the beginning when I had absolutely no idea what it is. These pages are so fun to flip back through. I flipped back through this book specifically a couple of times, this first book, because it is the first book, but there are a bunch of books coming up that I have not flipped through at all. And so I'm really excited to do that with y'all over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years. I have 50 something books now. So if we're doing this each week, I guess we are going to do this for a good year. So I'm flipping back through these pictures, through these pages one more time. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm super excited that we're here doing this. And if you have any questions, if you're watching the recording or if you think about something later, come and find me. You can post in the comments below on this video, or you can shoot me a DM if it's a little bit more personal. All right. We're coming up to these last few pages again. So if anyone has any questions, I would love to answer them. Anything about getting started with daily pages, I've got a real big, great post for you right pinned on rukristin.com. If you want some prompts, we've got tons of prompts in all the different places. That big daily pages post on the front of my website has a bunch of prompts in it and a bunch of links to other things. If you like these pages and if you like to play around, I do this every Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, and you can join me. Go over to rukristin.com and check out the Inner Circle tab at the top, and that'll give you all the details. We've been doing this live thing for 5 years, and we're not going to stop anytime soon. This is the way that I get to be creative on a regular basis. This is where I get to practice things. This is where I get to play. This is where I get to try out new supplies. And it's a great way to level up your art, level up your creativity, and build your own creative practice and learn all about your own style. What is the style? What is your style? So I want to thank you guys so much for being here with me today. This recording will go out either tomorrow or Thursday. I haven't really decided on that schedule yet. But we'll be doing this again. I will start with book 2 next week. So join me next week, next Tuesday. We'll do Tuesday at 2 p.m. That seems pretty good. And if you have any questions in the meantime, let me know, and I can always answer them on next week's show. All right, friends, I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And if you have any questions, come and find me. Thanks for watching. Bye, friends.